What is up, guys? Jacob Ober here. Welcome to another video of mine. And yesterday there was some really big Bucks news besides the Golden State game, which the Bucks unfortunately lost by 10 points at home, only the third loss at Pfizer Forum this year. But before that, there was some big trade news for the Milwaukee Bucks, and that they traded away Matthew Dellavedova and John Henson to the Cleveland Cavaliers in exchange for George Hill and Sam Dekker. Now, there's a little bit of a mix-up there in the middle. There was a period of time where a lot of people thought Sam Dekker was going to the Bucks, but then the Washington Wizards swooped in and traded for Sam Dekker from the Bucks, so that it was a third team added to the trade, and they sent Jason Smith and a second-round pick to the Bucks in exchange for Dekker. And I believe also there was 2 picks involved in the Cleveland-Milwaukee trade as well. I think it was a first and a second rounder in 2021, I believe. So that's a few years down the road from now when that pick is going to come back, and or when that pick will be available for Cleveland to use. Hopefully by that time the Bucks won't even be thinking about lottery. Hopefully they'll be a championship caliber team 3 years down the road. But this trade, I mean, it's a salary dump. That's what it is. I mean, a lot of people are looking at this trade and looking at the players involved and saying, well, that doesn't really make much sense. I mean, John Henson was a pretty good player for us, and I mean, Delly, as bad as he has been with the Bucks and as bad as his contract was still a pretty good three-point shooter. But you have to take into account the fact that both of these players are making about $9 to $12 million a year. Getting rid of their contract is really, really going to help the Bucks this summer when they go to free agency, where they will more than likely, I would believe, either re-sign a guy like Chris Middleton or Eric Bledsoe, or maybe even both, or go out and try to get that second superstar to align with Giannis and hopefully make a run at a championship in the coming years. So this was a very, very good deal for the Bucks, and in return, they do get George Hill, who is shooting 46% from 3 this year. He is a veteran guard. He is a guy who can shoot the 3 really, really well, a career 38% three-point shooter, and Jason Smith, another guy who can stretch the floor. Even though I was very, very disappointed to hear that the Bucks did not get Sam Dekker. I love Sam Dekker. He was one of my favorite players when he played for the Badgers, and he's always been one of my favorite basketball players, and I'll always remember his time as a Wisconsin Badger. But I thought for sure he was going to be coming to Milwaukee after hearing that report, and I really thought I was going to be going out and having to buy a Sam Dekker jersey as soon as possible, because, man, I mean, having a hometown guy on the team like that, I mean, it can be pretty exciting, even if that player doesn't play that often. I mean, just having them on the team, always really fun to have. So, unfortunately, that did not materialize the way we wanted it to, but it's still a great trade for the Bucks, I think, and it got rid of the salaries, the really bad contracts given to Henson and to Dellavedova. I believe Delly was a 4-year, $38 million, and Henson was a 4-year, $44 million contract. So those contracts are done. The Bucks don't have to pay them anymore. The Cavs take those contracts on with the acquisition of the players, and the Bucks in return get George Hill, a guy who can shoot the 3, Jason Smith from the Wizards, another guy who can shoot the 3, and I believe there was also a second-round pick from the Washington Wizards as well. I'm not exactly sure what year that pick was, but regardless, it is a pick. So, with that being said, though, guys, that was the trade from last night. I'm sorry I didn't get a Buck talk out for you guys. I was really, really tired after that Bucks game ended, and I had just gotten home from work, and that's why I didn't make this video last night. But all in all, I think it was a great trade for the Bucks, and it really frees up a lot of cap space to go out and maybe try and sign another second man to Giannis, or maybe go and re-sign Chris Middleton or Eric Bledsoe, or maybe both. We'll have to see what happens there. It's going to be a really interesting summer in Milwaukee. But until then, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions on this deal, leave them in the comments section below, and I will update you guys as needed if there are any more trades or free agency signings or anything like that throughout the season. So, with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and as always, go Bucks.